A 13-year-old just made more money this year than your favorite adult celebrity, and her name is Blue Ivy Carter. You're about to discover how this teenager built a $700 million empire before she could even drive a car. I'm going to show you her secret money sources, her crazy expensive lifestyle, and the shocking truth about how she spends her millions every single day. But here's the crazy part. By the end of this video, you'll see why she's already planning her next billion-dollar move, and it's not what you think. Blue Ivy Carter was born on January 7, 2012, and became famous before she took her first breath. Her parents, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, had already built a $3 billion empire, but nobody expected their baby to start making millions on her own. When she was just 2 days old, Jay-Z put her baby sounds on his song Glory, and she became the youngest person ever to appear on Billboard music charts. Most babies cry for milk, but Blue Ivy's cries made her money. Today she's 13 years old and worth between $500 to $700 million. That's more money than entire countries make in a year. But here's what most people don't know. She didn't just inherit this money. She earned it through multiple income streams that would make adult business owners jealous. Her biggest moneymaker right now is performing with her mom Beyoncé on the Renaissance World Tour. Every time she steps on that stage, Blue Ivy gets paid $40,000 for one show. Think about this, she makes more money in 2 hours than most people make in an entire year. Fans buy tickets specifically hoping to see her perform, not just Beyoncé. She's become the main attraction, and ticket sales prove it. When Blue Ivy is announced for a show, those tickets sell out in minutes. But here's what's even more incredible, her stage presence is completely natural. Professional dancers who work with A-list celebrities say they've never seen a teenager command an audience like Blue Ivy does. She doesn't just dance, she performs with the confidence of someone who's been doing this for decades. Her choreography is so complex that backup dancers with years of training struggle to keep up with her. Concert reviewers are calling her performances the highlight of the entire show. One music critic wrote that Blue Ivy steals the spotlight from her own mother, and that's saying something when your mother is Beyoncé. The tour merchandise featuring Blue Ivy sells faster than anything else. T-shirts with her face, hoodies with her dance moves, and posters from her performances are the most popular items at every venue. Fans camp outside venues for hours just to buy Blue Ivy merchandise before it sells out. The tour organizers had to increase merchandise production by 300% just to keep up with demand. Every item she's featured on becomes an instant bestseller, generating millions in additional revenue. But the performance money is just the beginning. Blue Ivy owns parts of multiple songs and gets paid every time they play on Spotify, Apple Music, radio stations, or TV commercials. Her song Brown Skin Girl made her the youngest Grammy winner in history, and it still pays her thousands of dollars every month. While you sleep, she makes money. While you're at school or work, she makes money. Her music never stops earning. Here's something that will blow your mind. Streaming platforms pay artists every time their songs are played, and Brown Skin Girl has been streamed over 500 million times worldwide. Each stream might only pay fractions of a penny, but when you multiply that by hundreds of millions of plays, it adds up to serious money. Music industry insiders estimate she makes over $50,000 per month just from this one song. And that's passive income that requires no work from her. The money just appears in her bank account automatically. But it gets even better. Blue Ivy also has songwriting credits on multiple tracks, which means she gets paid differently than regular performers. Songwriters get paid every time their music is used in movies, TV shows, commercials, or covered by other artists. Her writing credits will pay her for the rest of her life, even if she never records another song. Music executives call this generational wealth because it keeps paying your family for decades after you create it. Her parents also set up massive trust funds that grow bigger every day through smart investments. These aren't regular savings accounts, they're investment portfolios managed by Wall Street experts who multiply every dollar. They invest in tech companies, real estate, and growing businesses around the world. Every morning, Blue Ivy wakes up richer than when she went to sleep, without doing anything. Now let's talk about where all this money goes, because Blue Ivy's lifestyle is absolutely insane. Her main house is a $100 million compound in Bel-Air that covers several acres. This isn't just a big house, it's like a small city. There are multiple buildings, each one bigger than most people's entire homes. She has her own recording studio where she practices music, dance rooms with professional mirrors and sound systems, and a private movie theater that rivals actual cinemas. The security system alone costs more than most houses. There are cameras everywhere, bulletproof windows, panic rooms, and armed guards 24 hours a day. The house has facial recognition technology, so it knows who's allowed inside before they even reach the door. If someone tries to break in, alarms go off and police arrive within minutes. Blue Ivy has never lived a day without this level of protection. The property also has amenities that sound like science fiction. There's an underground garage that can fit 20 luxury cars, with a car elevator that brings vehicles up to street level. The swimming pool has an underwater sound system and color-changing lights that sync with music. There's a professional-grade gym with equipment used by Olympic athletes, and a spa with massage therapists on call 24 hours a day. The house even has its own medical clinic with a doctor and nurse available at all times. The landscaping alone costs over $100,000 per month to maintain. There are rare plants from around the world, water features that cost more than luxury cars, and outdoor entertainment areas that can host hundreds of guests. The property has its own power generators, water filtration systems, and communication networks that work even during natural disasters. It's basically designed to be completely self-sufficient for months if needed. But wait, there's more. The family owns a summer house in the Hamptons worth another $50 million. This beach house has private access to the ocean, helicopter landing pads, and enough rooms for 20 guests. When Blue Ivy wants to swim, she doesn't go to a public beach. She has her own private coastline. The house also has a yacht dock where they keep boats worth millions of dollars. They also own a New York City penthouse on the top floor of a skyscraper with views of the entire city. The apartment is so high up that clouds sometimes pass by the windows. Real estate experts say you can't put a price on views like this because there's nothing else like it in the world. Getting around is just as crazy as where she lives. The family owns multiple luxury cars worth hundreds of thousands of dollars each. But Blue Ivy doesn't ride in regular cars. Everything is bulletproof and custom-made for security. When she needs to go somewhere far away, she doesn't book airline tickets. The family owns a private jet that's basically a flying mansion. It has bedrooms, a full kitchen, Wi-Fi, and entertainment systems. She can fly anywhere in the world whenever she wants. No airports, no security lines, no waiting. Education is another area where money makes a huge difference. Blue Ivy goes to one of the most expensive private schools in America, where tuition costs more than most people's annual salary. But it's not just about the price, it's about the connections. Her classmates are children of other celebrities, politicians, and billionaire business owners. The school has facilities that most universities can't afford, with science labs, art studios, and sports equipment that cost millions of dollars. The school she attends is so exclusive that they don't even advertise or have a website. You can only get in through personal recommendations from current families, and there's a waiting list of wealthy parents hoping their children can attend. The student-to-teacher ratio is 4-to-1, meaning she gets almost personal tutoring in every subject. Teachers are recruited from Ivy League universities and paid salaries that rival corporate executives. But here's what's really impressive about her education. She's not just coasting because of her wealth. Blue Ivy consistently gets top grades and participates in advanced programs that challenge gifted students. She's taking high school level courses while still in middle school and learning subjects like economics, business management, and international relations. Her teachers say she asks sophisticated questions about world affairs and shows genuine interest in learning, not just getting by. Here's something most people don't know. Blue Ivy is an amazing athlete. She plays volleyball on her school team and has gotten so good that college scouts are already watching her play. She's tall like her parents and has natural athletic ability that could make her a professional athlete if she wanted. But she's also incredibly talented at music and dance, practicing for hours every day to perfect her skills. Her volleyball coach says Blue Ivy has the potential to earn a full scholarship to any university in the country based on her athletic ability alone. She's already 5 feet 8 inches tall at just 13 years old and still growing. Her vertical jump is impressive for someone her age, and her court awareness shows she understands strategy as well as physical skills. College recruiters are sending letters even though she's still years away from graduation. But volleyball isn't her only sport. Blue Ivy also trains in gymnastics, martial arts, and competitive swimming. She has personal trainers for each sport who work with Olympic athletes. Her fitness level is so high that she can perform demanding dance routines for hours without getting tired. This physical conditioning is part of why her stage performances look so effortless. She's literally in better shape than most professional dancers. Her fashion game is on another level too. At the 2025 Grammy Awards, she wore a custom blue dress by designer Naeem Khan, with real diamonds worth more than most people's houses. But she didn't just wear expensive clothes, she looked like a professional model walking the red carpet. Fashion magazines called her one of the best-dressed people at the entire event. Designers now fight to dress her because they know millions of people will see and copy her style. At the Super Bowl this year, Blue Ivy appeared with her dad Jay-Z wearing matching black leather outfits that cost more than luxury cars. The photos went viral instantly with millions of likes and shares. She looked comfortable and confident in front of thousands of people and TV cameras broadcasting to the entire world. Most adults get nervous in situations like this, but Blue Ivy handles it like a professional. But here's what makes Blue Ivy different from other rich kids: she actually works hard for her success. During the Renaissance tour, she rehearses for hours every day, learning complicated dance moves and perfecting her stage presence. She doesn't just show up and wing it, she puts in the same effort as professional dancers who've been training for years. Her performances get better every single show because she never stops practicing. The entertainment industry is watching Blue Ivy closely because she represents something new. She's not just a celebrity child coasting on her parents' fame, she's building her own career through talent and hard work. Music industry executives are already talking about signing her to record deals when she gets older. Movie directors want to put her in films. Fashion brands want her to represent their products. Blue Ivy also understands the power of social media and brand building. Even though her parents control her online presence, every post is strategic and builds her image as a serious young entertainer. She has millions of followers who hang on her every word and copy everything she does. Companies would pay millions just for her to mention their products once. Her cultural impact goes way beyond entertainment. Blue Ivy has become a role model for young black girls worldwide, showing them that there are no limits to success. When she wins awards or gives performances, she's proving that age doesn't matter if you have talent and work ethic. She's changing how the world sees young people and what they're capable of achieving. The family's charity work has also shaped Blue Ivy's character. Through their foundation, she's involved in helping disaster victims, supporting education programs, and fighting for social justice. She's learning that extreme wealth comes with responsibility to help others. This isn't just about writing checks. She actively participates in charity events and understands how her platform can make positive change in the world. Looking at the future, Blue Ivy's possibilities are endless. She could become the next generation of music royalty, following in her parents' footsteps. She could break into Hollywood and become a movie star. She could start her own business empire and become an entrepreneur. Or she could create something completely new that the world has never seen before. What's most impressive is the business education she's getting just by watching her parents. She sits in on meetings where million-dollar decisions are made. She watches contract negotiations and brand partnerships. She's learning about intellectual property, investment strategies, and building lasting wealth. Most business school graduates never get this level of real-world education. Industry experts predict that Blue Ivy will be worth over $1 billion before she turns 18. That would make her the youngest billionaire in history. But it's not just about the money, it's about the influence and power that comes with it. She's already changing fashion trends, music styles, and social media culture. Imagine what she'll be able to do with even more resources and experience. Critics say Blue Ivy only succeeded because of her famous parents, and that's partially true. She was born with advantages most people never get. But plenty of celebrity children have the same opportunities and never achieve anything meaningful. What makes Blue Ivy special is how she's used those advantages to build something real and lasting. The pressure of living up to her parents' success is enormous. Beyoncé and Jay-Z set incredibly high standards for artistic excellence and cultural impact. But Blue Ivy seems ready for the challenge. She's already showing the same work ethic, business sense, and creative vision that made her parents legends. Here's the most shocking part. Blue Ivy is just getting started. At 13 years old, she's already accomplished more than most adults ever will. She's won Grammy Awards, performed for millions of fans, built a massive fortune, and inspired people around the world. And this is just the beginning of her story. The next few years will determine whether Blue Ivy becomes just another wealthy celebrity child or establishes herself as a genuine force in entertainment, business, and culture. Based on everything we've seen so far, smart money is betting on Blue Ivy Carter to continue breaking barriers and setting new records. Blue Ivy Carter proves that with talent, hard work, and smart decisions, there are no limits to what young people can achieve. She took the opportunities she was given and turned them into something extraordinary. Her story is still being written, and the world is watching to see what she does next. Subscribe now, because Blue Ivy's billion-dollar empire is just beginning, and you don't want to miss what happens next.